was awesome. And here's what, like when you see the movie trailers.
Yeah.
In a world where photographers are considered gods, there was Stick Like God.
Welcome back to the MV Sports Podcast, episode number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3. We've made it this far. So, wow, here we are, episode number 3.
It is. It's been a ride, but we're still doing them. So our dozens of fans out there insist on it.
Yes.
They demanded another one.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's been a while since our last podcast.
It has been.
So I think we've kind of worked some other things out, right?
Yeah, and my wife heard me mention podcasts on the phone when I was talking to you, and she's going, "You have a podcast?"
She must not be signed up as a fan.
No, I don't think so. No.
I gotcha. So this week, I guess, kind of just, recapping kind of maybe the past couple of weeks, kind of what we've been through. You've been a little bit under the weather.
I have been, got that summer crud or whatever it is. I took like 3 COVID tests. It's not COVID, and then everybody at work got it, which is funny though, because, we're all over, Zoom calls. So I didn't know it could, it could be, but everybody has it, and people of my wife's work, so I don't know what it is, but it's been almost 3 weeks now trying to shake it.
And it's been a long 3 weeks not having you be a part of what's been going on too as well. So we definitely miss having you around, but at the same time, glad to have you back and hope you're feeling better.
I am feeling better.
We got a week and a half to go before football season starts?
It's right a week from Thursday.
Yeah. Week from Thursday.
That's 11 days.
11 days, week and a half, right? That was kind of close. I was close. That's close.
Numbers is hard. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be a huge week for us. So we've got opening day on Thursday, then we got Friday. So it's like almost, I think we have 10 football games in 2 days that we're going to cover. So I think we're going to follow up and we're going to roll out our schedule so everybody out there kind of knows where we're going to be at week to week on our schedule. I think that'd be kind of cool. But this fall sports, though, we have over 60 football games. We got soccer, we got volleyball,
right? We
got tennis going on as well.
Right. And if you see a cameraman, photographer out there with one of these NASCAR MV Sports shirts on, give us the point, the MV Sports point, right like that.
Can we say NASCAR? Is that a click? Is that bad?
I don't know.
We have to beep that out there.
That's right.
So, this past week, man, it's been, well, really for the past 2 weeks, it has been nonstop, every day, double booked. We've picked up a lot more leagues this year, brought on our new school account, Columbian High School. So shout out to the Clippers. So brought them on board this year too as well. But man, it has been nonstop.
Yeah, and I saw some of those. I saw some of the pictures from the Columbiana, posing with you and, acting cool and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so that looked good. So, that's very busy, but very grateful for all
the Clipper band was a trip. We were doing the big, the Ray Lewis shout,
Oh, yeah.
For picture day. And we just had a blast. So at the end, all the kids got together. So I jumped in there with them and we did a quick little, that was a lot of fun.
Do they still know who Ray Lewis is?
I don't think they have any idea.
Because when we tell them to hold the bat like Bo Jackson, he always did in the Wheatie commercial, Bo Jackson, I'm like, oh, geez, we're so old.
Well, unless they play video games, I think Bo Jackson's still in a lot of that stuff too. Okay. He's still ranked pretty high.
Yeah, he is. That's pretty fun. That's fun.
So we had a new toy we added to our equipment list this year. So we purchased a new Cambo. And for those out there who don't know what a Cambo is, it's a boom arm that we use for photography. But man, it has really changed the game for us. So now the magic of the Cambo allows us to go up and down with the light more efficiently, right?
Right.
So like if we're doing like little league sports, we've got the really tall kids and you got like short kids.
Right.
So now we can literally raise and lower that boom with like 2 fingers. And you don't have to sit there, unscrew it, lower it.
And you have the exact height every time you go.
Exact height, the light's at the right angle. and it's just the sweet sauce. You know what I mean? It is really nice.
Is that the Cambo right over there?
That is not the Cambo, but that will get replaced here probably
With the Cambo.
With the Cambo here
Okay.
in the next few weeks. They got two different sizes. They have one that's like 9 feet long. And then I think the other size that we have is 3 feet. So I like the compact one for travel. So
Right.
doing all the schools and all the leagues, the travel one makes more sense. But I think for the studio, we might get the 9 foot. So we have all of our senior clients coming in the studio. That'll make it a little bit easier to kind of get different lighting, shaping patterns, and
Right.
stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So that was really cool. And Kevin always jokes with me too, because every time we're always setting him up, I always kind of have to remind him how much I love the new lighting setup. So
Yeah.
we're on a countdown. I think we're on number 8. So if he's watching the video, number 7. So we're down to number 7. So I think he gave me 15 times where I can talk
about it.
I can talk about it, but after that I have to stop. So yeah.
Oh, and speaking of new gear, we are shooting this on the brand new Z63.
Z63.
Oh, I'm sorry, Z63.
Yes.
And you can't use the number 3. It's got to be I.
So it's really the Z6II.
Correct. It is.
I gotcha.
It is. But it's a cool little camera, and it's like the first professional Nikon I've seen with a flippy screen.
Yeah.
That comes out, and that's the only thing about that camera that I'm not the hugest fan of.
I don't like the flippy screen. What's funny is, as we're videoing this, you have the flippy screen out, but it's not even facing us.
I know that's a pro move.
That's a pro move.
But but it's like small, and like if you're trying to shoot over your head, which we do a lot in football, when they're Mother Victory, pray for us, when they're in the huddle and all that stuff. You have to have it out and tip down to have it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Have it tip down, and your hands kind of in the way. I like the other, like my Z8, my Z9 had that screen that just comes down. I'm never taking a picture of myself,
So that Z63, how many megapixels is
it's only 24 megapixels.
Okay.
But for video, you would never tell the difference. But it's the reason why it's 24 is more for low light.
Yeah.
And it's the only Z camera right now that kind of has, well, I guess the old Z6 and Z7, they have the mechanical shutter, but this is a first kind of the newer Zs that has the mechanical shutter, which helps a lot if you have like neon lights or LED lights. You always get that banding and you see going like that and stuff. So it'll be a big deal. So this could probably be, especially later in the season when it gets dark early for football, it'll probably be my main football camera.
So you're going to go with the Z63 over the Z9?
I'm going to use the Z9 while it's light. You know what I mean? Because, 45 megapixels is hard to argue with, and then you don't see any of the noise. But when it gets dark, right. That's when, your ISO goes high, and then you get a lot of noise in there. So
Yeah.
So it'll make a big difference. And like by the time winter hits, I'll probably be using that, for the entire game, because you get there at 7, it's been dark for 10 hours.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So this year for football too, I'm going to be shooting with 2 cameras this year.
Oh, look at you. I finally got you to.
Finally got me to step up 2 cameras. So again, I'll be shooting with the 400-2.8. That'll be the main one. I'll have my Z9 will be on the 400-2.8 all the time. And then I'll be packing a 70-200, and I'll probably have the Z8 on there.
Right.
Or I might have another Z9. I'm not sure. I think it'll be the Z8, a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Lighter.
And that was my basic setup last year. And I think it was a shot from McDonald where he came into the end zone, and I went from my 400 to my 70-200 open up. And maybe I'll put that picture in here. But he's pointing at the camera, and there's no way you would have got that shot, with the 400-2.8. But that shot's so like epic.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And there are a lot of other opportunities that I miss out on because I only shoot with the 400. So like the end zone stuff, I'm definitely challenged around there. So all my stuff is usually tight.
Mm-hmm.
So like passing plays or a receiver jumping up, I might miss half of that shot sometimes. But on the other side of that, I'm able to get things with the 400 that most people can't get. You know what I mean? So when we're at midfield, 30-yard line, or on the opposite side of the field, I'm still way out there and I can still grab that action pretty
Right.
far away. That I guess that's the sword that I live and die by with that 400 is I get things what people can't get, but then I miss things that most people could get.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And usually with that 70 to 200, the shots you end up using, the keepers or the bangers that Elon Musk calls all good stuff, his tweets, bangers. But all those, the ones that you get with that 70 to 200, like in the end zone, or people jumping up and, hugging each other, or like, if you're in the championships, they're, hugging each other and crying. You get all that emotion that wouldn't be good for, just a regular play, when you're real tight and you get that cool, like, Sports Illustrated look. But, when you get in that end zone, and that's where all like the emotion and the joy and sorrow or whatever hits, and those pictures are important.
Yep. And then I think too, with the 70 to 200, it opens me up to do more sideline stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We have, cheerleaders on the side. If you're, down there by the fans, the parents that are up there too, maybe they're holding some signs,
right?
Something like that. You can get more of the environment kind of shot. But I don't do a lot of that stuff. I don't want to go overload on that kind of stuff. I still want to, the secret sauce is the 400. I mean, let's
I agree 100%.
But again, it definitely diversifies the galleries that we're able to put up and show more of the story of what's going on,
Yeah. And with that 400, sometimes, I find that you're way far away. And if you have a couple of the kids that are, our clients, they recognize and they're waving at us. And if you're trying to say, like, get together or whatever, you're so far away with a 400, you're playing charades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you two get together like that, or give me the MVS point. And they're going like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
But with 70 to 200, you're standing right near them. So it's easier.
So you brought up something too, I guess, kind of, we talked about it a little bit. We have some things on social media that we're trying to embrace for this year. So something that we kind of started a few years ago is the MVS point, which is pointing at the camera, after a big moment, a celebration, a touchdown, you know what I mean? So I think, all the students out there too, if by chance you're one of those 12 people that do follow us,
it could be 13,
it could be 13. It could be 13. But yeah, those are the shots that, from a branding perspective, those are the things that we love to get.
Right.
And especially with the cheerleaders on the sidelines, getting all the girls to point at you. It's just different. It's exciting. But again, if somebody gets a picture of them pointing, tag us on Instagram at Mahoning Valley Sports with the hashtag MVS point.
Right.
So that's something that we're going to be doing this year too as well. And I think if you go on Instagram and if you post a picture and you tag us on it with the MVS point, they have a chance to win a free MVS t-shirt.
Like one of these NASCAR shirt.
Right.
That's right.
Again, can we say NASCAR?
I'm thinking we can, so people can tell who you are from 5 miles away.
Right. We definitely want people to know
that we're at the game.
When they see the Mahoning Valley Sports, we want them to know.
I mean, I got it on my lens and everything. I even have it on my camera bag, my case that I carry in it.
Yeah. Tell you, if I ever get another tattoo in my life, it'd probably be our logo.
That's right. We're the tattoo guys right next door. Maybe they'll get it.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. So this coming week, today we have the Louisville football team, all the seniors coming into the studio here today. We're going to be doing the senior team banner. And then Tuesday night, we got the Screaming Eagles of JFK.
There you go.
Right? That's going to be exciting as well, too.
Very exciting. And they're new this year, right?
They are new this year. Yep. So we're just getting the seniors together.
Mother of Victory, pray for us.
Right?
Yeah, when you do Kennedy and Mooney and Ursuline, that we always say that to each other. It's, it's like a cool tagline to their prayer, so.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of become an inside thing for us, too.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it kind of gets us all pumped up as well. But so then later on today, we've got Boardman Little Spartans. And so we got the crew going out there later on tonight. And then we got the portable studio. So again, the Canva is going to be a big part of that. So, big shout out to my daughter, who's been a huge help.
Stick Light Girl.
That's right. Number 2 in line.
That's right.
But she's been a huge help. So she's going out there tonight too to help set up, get all that stuff done. We're really excited about that too as well. So they're kind of new. We got a lot of new leagues that jumped on board this year. We have Struthers, West Branch, Boardman, McDonald. Then we have some other ones like Hubbard Soccer, Columbiana County Soccer Club. is the new one that jumped on board this year too as well. So we really appreciate those opportunities. And again, really what I guess, what we're looking forward to doing is just making those kids look awesome. And we do all custom graphics and all that cool stuff. You know what I mean? So it's something different and unique than what traditional photographers would do in the past.
Right.
So we're trying to change the game up a little bit and create a much better experience for the leagues, the parents.
Right. And that's, some of the parents coming up to us and telling us like, oh, I heard you guys, we're finally going to do it this year. And we were like, yeah, they were happy because everybody, wants their kids to look awesome.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. For sure. So what else we got going on this week? We're starting to wrap things up for the high schools. We got program book stuff that's going out. A lot of content. Then we're going to start creating start sharing some content of all of our football teams coming up.
Right.
I mean, some hype ads, some hype content.
Yeah, we'll do a little hype video today, and then Tuesday for Screaming Eagles, Fighting Eagles.
Now, don't forget, we also have a hype video coming up for my daughter's sorority on Saturday for Kent State. So
okay, I got it.
That's kind of a big deal.
It is kind of a
big deal. Those girls are pretty excited. We're going to be coming out there
as they should
to do some stuff.
I mean, we're Mahoning Valley Sport.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, I don't know what a sorority has to do with sports, but hey, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
That's right. So my daughter, who is the recruitment chair for her sorority, she got two packages in last night of all the recruitment T-shirts and shorts and all that kind of stuff, and she helped design all that stuff. So it was pretty cool.
I've seen some crazy ones from like South Carolina and like Georgia, and then those huge schools. And I mean they bring entire production crews there. They're doing dances, like you see in the movies. At the end they do the credits, and then they have all the people just doing that huge like Bollywood dancing and the thing.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, so they've spent huge money. So
yep. So now, trying to think what else we got going on. Every day, really, I feel like I've been just trying to keep my head above water, just kind of going day by day.
Right.
So I mean, it's a good problem to have. We're very grateful for all these opportunities and all this growth. We definitely are looking at bringing more people on board, more people on staff, to kind of help make this process a little bit smoother on our part.
Right.
But on the other end, though, I mean, everything's been going out really, been very efficient time-wise, getting things done when people need to get them done.
Who needs to sleep, right? You can just
who gets to sleep.
That's right.
That's right. But so now once we get through here the next couple of weeks, then as football season starts, then we're to start looking ahead towards basketball season. So I mean, I know it's only mid-August, but we're already starting to think in the back of our heads, a couple of weeks out, we're going to be starting to shift our mindset on and start looking at what basketball leagues we have signed up for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of good things going on there too as well.
Very good.
So I think that could be a wrap for today.
It could be. I think we went over 10 minutes. So.
Did we go over 10 minutes?
I think we did, but not too bad.
It's because you want to stop talking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just, I'm on Sudafed and all this kind of stuff, and it just, makes me, talk.
That's why you're so wired.
That's right.
That's why you're always wired. So then, so we'll get this in post. Stick Light guy, executive video producer. We'll get this cropped and cut.
Yeah.
Then we'll come back for episode number 4 here, maybe in the next week. Maybe we'll do our football preview.
There we go.
Well, keep in mind, we're photographers. So when we say football preview, it's from a photographer's perspective.
Yeah.
Not talking about the teams or the games, but we're talking about the photography team and what we're doing to prepare for our first opening week.
Yeah, we'll leave that to YSN.
Leave that to YSN. Absolutely.
They know the football.
They're the professionals at that.
Man,
we're just looking at it from a photography perspective. What's our lineup,
right?
And how we're going to prepare for it. So that's a good shout out.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's wrap it up and let's get back at it.
Okay.
All right, man.
See you in a week.
About a week.